Hello students, welcome back. Now in the previous class, we were listening to a very interesting story about 4 cousins. Who were the 4 cousins? Mridu, Meena, Ravi and Lali. Now we know that Mridu has gone to Rukmani's house to meet her cousins Lali, Ravi and Meena. Okay, now what do they see? Over there she comes to know that Ravi and Meena have hid a small kitten in the backyard. And finally, we heard a strange name, a new name, which was Mahendran. Who is this Mahendran? We will find out now. Mahendran? This little kitty's name is Mahendran? Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty name. So, she said that this kitten's name is Mahendran. It was like a real person's name, not like a cute kitty name. What do we name our cats normally? We Sweetie or Cutie or something like that, right? We never name our cats Mahendran. It is a person's name. So she was impressed that this was a different name. Actually, his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Punnai, MP Punnai for short, if you like. He is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane. And you know what the emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was, don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu. So obviously, Ravi was very fond of this cat. He was very, he was very proud of this cat. He said that this is actually his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Punnai. And if this is very long for you, you can call him MP Punnai. Okay, and he is not just any ordinary cat. He is a very fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur. It is just like lion's mane. What is the meaning of mane? Lion's mane means the hair on the neck of the lion. It is just like a lion's mane. And you know what the emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was? Students, do you know what was their emblem? Their emblem was a lion. He looked expectantly at Mridu. So he asked Mridu this question. Let us see if Mridu know the answer. Mridu giggled. She started laughing. You think I am joking? Well, just wait. I'll show you sometime. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram, have you? He said mysteriously. What is the meaning of mysteriously? Mysteriously means something which is very difficult to understand. So, when he asked Mridu that if she knew what the emblem of Pallava dynasty was, she started laughing. Then Ravi got offended. He did not like this. He said that, do you think I am joking? It is clear that you have no idea about history. Have you ever been to Mahabalipuram? He asked Mridu. Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his Thathas, etc., etc. Fact is, Mahendran here is descended means come from, is descended from that very same ancient cat. So, he said that when we went for a school tour from our school to Mahabalipuram, and over there he saw a statue of a cat, a very old cat, which he considered to be a royal cat. And he says that that cat was this Mahendran's Thathas means grandfathers. That means that cat was Mahendra's ancestor. And Mahendra has descended from that cat. This is what Ravi believes. A close relative, scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion. And he says that cats are considered to be a close relative of the lions, the Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty. Who is the Pallava lion? Pallava lion is the emblem of the Pallava dynasty. Ravi went on. So Ravi kept appreciating his cat. He said that this cat is none other than a descendant of the greatest cat that has ever been in Mahabalipuram or in the Pallava dynasty. This cat is a descendant of none other than the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And what was that great royal cat? It was called the Rishi cat. And if I may just remind you, they worshipped cats in ancient Egypt. How he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mridu exchanged looks. So he said that this cat is descended from the Mahabalipuram's Rishi cat, right? And he says that let me also remind you that this cat is descended, that cats were worshipped. People used to worship cats in ancient Egypt. How he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mridu, so he kept on talking and talking and talking. So Meena and Mridu looked at each other. They thought that he just loves the sound of his own voice. What does that have to do with anything? Mridu demanded. So what if cats were worshipped in Egypt? So what does it have to do with anything? I am telling you, this cat is descended from the Egyptian cat goddess, Bastet. Bastet is the Egyptian goddess worshipped in the form of a cat. Bastet was a goddess in Egypt which was worshipped in the form of a cat. Yeah, that's it. So he says that this is no ordinary cat. It is descended from the Egyptian goddess. So again they were at a loss of words. So Mridu said that, so what? Well, one of the descendants of that cat goddess was a stowaway. Stowaway means something that comes hidden in a ship. So he says that, well, one of the descendants, one of their children, one of the descendants of that cat had hidden in a ship, in one of the Pallava ships. Which ship? In one of the Pallava ships, and his descendant was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. He says that that Rishi cat is the descendant of this Egyptian god, and that the Rishi cat had come to Mahabalipuram from Egypt. It was hidden in the Pallava ship. Ravi flourished. Flourished means move something like a sword. Ravi flourished his twig at Mahendran. So he stuck the stick at Mahendran, twig at Mahendran, and said, "This MP Punai here, whoop," he shrieked, very pleased with himself. So he said very loudly that that descendant is none other than this MP Punai over here. Right, students? So then suddenly they heard a loud sound. Now what that loud sound was, we will find out in our next lecture. Right, students? Till then, bye bye and read this. Right?